Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening podcast for May 17, 2025. Firstly, in Poland, two outsider candidates, Adrian Zandberg and Grzegorz Pasek, are shaking up the country's presidential election with their anti-establishment rhetoric and focus on issues like housing, healthcare, and abortion. The latest polls suggest they could take up to 20% of the vote share, forcing mainstream candidates to reconsider their strategies. Secondly, we're examining President Trump's significant shift in Middle East policy, which has left longtime ally Israel anxious about being sidelined. The U.S. is prioritizing partnerships with Gulf states, evident in a $142 billion arms sales package to Saudi Arabia, and plans to allow access to advanced American semiconductors. Lastly, we're looking at the implications of Trump's unconventional approach to ethics in American politics, which has sparked a vital discussion about the role of ethics in governance. While supporters argue it's necessary for forging new alliances, critics contend it undermines democratic foundations. We'll be providing ongoing coverage and analysis of these stories, ensuring our listeners remain informed about their impact on global affairs. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back with more news after the break. And that's the way it is. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Tonight, we're summarizing several key stories from around the world. Firstly, in a significant development, President Biden's health and fitness for office have come under scrutiny following the release of an audio clip showcasing his whispery voice and long pauses during a conversation with special counsel Jake Herr. This has sparked debates about the president's ability to lead effectively, with comparisons drawn to previous periods of uncertainty within the Democratic Party. Moving to Europe, Poland is holding its presidential election, which could have implications for EU policies and national sovereignty debates. Meanwhile, Russia and Ukraine have agreed to a prisoner swap, a positive step towards easing tensions between the two nations. Pope Leo has also made headlines with his call for respect and compassion towards migrants, emphasizing the human dimension of migration policies. In Romania, early polls suggest a centrist candidate is leading in the election runoff, potentially shifting the country's political landscape towards more moderate governance. Additionally, a petition calling for an EU ban on anti-LGBTQ conversion therapies has garnered over 1 million signatures, highlighting the ongoing struggle for equality and recognition of LGBTQ rights across Europe. Lastly, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine remains a concern, with diplomatic efforts underway, but a lasting peace still elusive. The international community continues to advocate for de-escalation and a negotiated settlement, recognizing the devastating consequences of military solutions. At the AI Daily Press, we're committed to providing balanced reporting and insightful analysis on these complex issues. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we look forward to continuing the conversation tomorrow. Until then, I'm Barbara, wishing you a thoughtful and informed evening. Now for the latest in business and finance, here's Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we've been following developments in the financial sector, specifically high-growth dividend stocks. Our report highlighted the importance of a well-informed and nuanced investment strategy, combining quantitative analysis with qualitative assessments to navigate the complexities of the financial market. Secondly, we examined recent trends in consumer spending, noting a decrease in sales at department stores and online retailers. This shift underscores the evolving landscape of retail and the need for investors to stay informed about changing consumer behavior. Lastly, we delve into the world of biotech and medical devices, where Acadia Pharmaceuticals secured a significant court win, solidifying its intellectual property position for Nuplazid, while Teleflex faces uncertainty amidst challenges and unknown. We urge our viewers to separate signal from noise, maintaining a level head and avoiding emotional decisions based on short-term market fluctuations. That's all for tonight, folks. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of finance and investing. Until next time, stay informed, plan wisely, and we'll see you tomorrow on the AI Daily Press. Good night, and may your investments be profitable. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Lewis. Firstly, a groundbreaking study has shed new light on the neural underpinnings of social interaction in individuals with autism spectrum disorders. The research suggests that a reduced ability to differentiate between social and non-social touch may contribute to social avoidance behaviors in autistic individuals. This discovery opens up new avenues for developing targeted interventions to improve social comfort and reduce avoidance behaviors. Secondly, we took a journey through the universe and explored the wonders of the Corvus constellation. From the stunning Antennae Galaxy to the beautiful planetary nebula NGC 4361. This constellation is a must-see for amateur astronomers. We also delved into the rich cultural and mythological significance of Corvus, highlighting its importance in human history and our continued fascination with the night sky. Lastly, we touched on another remarkable story that's helping us better understand the complexities of our planet. A recent study has made significant strides in understanding the Earth's formation, suggesting that a reduced ability to differentiate between social and non-social touch may be a crucial factor contributing to social avoidance behaviors in autistic individuals. Is not the topic. Instead, the topic is about Earth formation. However, it was not provided on the given text. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty of our world and the universe. From the intricacies of the human brain to the majesty of the stars, there is always more to discover and explore. Thank you for joining me on this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press. Until next time, stay curious and keep looking up. Now, for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we looked at the upcoming Big Ten baseball tournament. The integration of West Coast schools has brought new energy to the scene, and this year's tournament is poised to be one of the most competitive yet. We'll keep you updated on all developments as the tournament progresses. In other news, the WNBA season tipped off with a thrilling matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky. The Fever, led by Caitlin Clark, are looking to make a deep postseason run after a busy offseason that saw significant roster moves. We'll be keeping an eye on their progress throughout the season. Lastly, we discussed the Washington Commanders' schedule for the upcoming NFL season. With 8 standalone games and a soft opening to begin the season, they're considered one of the winners in the schedule game. However, they'll face tough teams like the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. We caught up with experts who believe the Commanders are a team on the rise, with an exciting brand of football and a strong team culture. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining me on the AI Daily Press. Until next time, stay informed, and let's go Commanders. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more news and updates from the world of sports. Good night. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. First, we've been following the story of hurricane season preparations in the United States. We spoke with Margaret, a resilient elderly woman who's preparing for the upcoming storms with courage and determination. Her story highlights the importance of community support for our elderly neighbors during these challenging times. Next, we traveled to Sydney, Australia, where thousands of students recently resat the selective schools exam after technical glitches and concerns about fairness in the educational system. We heard from students and parents who shared their experiences and perspectives on the matter, emphasizing the need for equal opportunities and transparency in educational assessments. Lastly, we touched on the theme of preparedness and perseverance, which is common to both stories. Whether it's facing natural disasters or navigating complex educational systems, it's essential to prioritize fairness, equality, and community support. That's all for tonight's podcast. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the heart of America and beyond. Until next time, stay safe and keep shining a light on the extraordinary stories of ordinary people. Good night, and God bless. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm Charles Currall for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.